Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Real Life Wednesday, which means we're going to be talking about something from my personal life. And today I decided to talk about Seattle. And we just moved here about a month and a half ago and thought I'd tell you about our experience here and if Seattle is a place that you should move or you maybe have thought about moving, and tell you a little bit about it. All right, I have a few talking points, but I'm kind of just going off the cuff so that I really wanted this to be authentic and what my thoughts are in this moment. I really want this video to be more kind of laid back, and so I put some music in the background and, just we're going to have a conversation about Seattle. So let's get into it. We came to visit Seattle because we were looking to move somewhere, and really we came to kind of rule it out because of what we had seen on YouTube, different articles that people wrote. People just said, it never was sunny here, it rained all the time, the whole Seattle freeze, it's really expensive, and yeah, just bad things, people are depressed because of the weather. So we were like, well, let's go visit and make sure that's somewhere we don't want to live. Well, we went to visit and it was amazing and we loved it. And it was great. We loved visiting here. It felt like home. You have that feeling and you can't really explain it, but it was, this would be a great place to live. And I've lived in different states. I've lived in Michigan, Ohio, Georgia, Florida. So I've lived in a few different states to know what that feeling is when it's, I don't want to be here. And yeah, this is nice. I like this. Let's get into some of my talking points. How is Seattle different from other places? So it's different from the Midwest in that it's not as flat and it's not as sunny or hot as the South. Now, it does rain 3 to 4 days a week here. Not a downpour like, in Florida when I lived in Orlando. It would rain really hard for 5 minutes and then stop. And then suddenly the sun would come back out and it's 90 degrees again. That's not how the rain is here. The rain is more of a drizzle and enough to put, an umbrella up, and or if you have a hood on your jacket, you can do that. But myself, I just go through it. It's really not a big deal to me. I was thinking if I didn't wear my hair natural as a Black woman and I had a perm or I had my hair straightened out every day, this weather would definitely be a problem because it just rains so frequently. But as long as I have an umbrella or a hood, if you wear your hair straight all the time, then you would be just fine. It just can be inconvenient at times. Do I need a car? Well, it really depends on where you live. So currently where we live, everything's within a mile. The grocery store, shopping, everything's within a mile. So currently we don't need a car. And even if groceries were not in a mile distance, I'm still not walking to the grocery store to get big items. I have them delivered. There's Instacart here. Whole Food delivers through them. Costco delivers through them. Amazon, of course, is headquartered here. So I can get just about anything within 2 hours, which is pretty amazing. So the big thing would be your work. If your work is close, then yeah, you really don't need a car. There is public transportation. Is it New York? No, not by a long shot, but they do have buses here and you can use those. And a lot of people do. Seattle is known as Coffee Central because, of course, Starbucks started here. Is the coffee everywhere, and is it really good? Yes, yes, and yes. Coffee, Starbucks especially, is everywhere. When I say everywhere, no exaggeration, on every other corner, like literally one block. I just saw a Starbucks. Yeah, you turn the corner, there's another Starbucks. So people love their coffee here. I don't know the different types of coffees here and if one place is better than the other. I'm not a coffee drinker. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't tell you about how good the coffee is. But I can tell you that you will not be at a loss to find coffee. Let's talk about the Seattle freeze. Is that real? You know, people would say, oh my gosh, people are not nice there in Seattle. And I was like, oh, okay, okay, I'll expect that, or I won't take it badly. They're not being rude. It's just the Seattle freeze. But I find if I say hi to someone, they say hi back. Yeah, I haven't experienced people being just rude, but also I'm not going out socializing and looking to make friends like that. So I would assume if you're young and single and you're looking to get involved with things and make new friends here, I don't have any experience with that. So, but I do have experience with just meeting random people, and they seem to be very, very kind. What I will say is here, I love the fact that it's diverse. Some people say it's not. I think it just depends on what area you live in. In every city, there are pockets of where there is one ethnicity that dominates that area. And then there's somewhere it's a mix. So it really just depends on where you live. Where we live, I find it to be quite diverse, and I really like that. I really thought when I came here, though, that Seattle was going to be like San Francisco. I've never lived in San Francisco, but from what I hear of San Francisco, people are walking around Lululemons and they're always exercising and they're really healthy. But it wasn't like that here. There's a lot of cigarette smokers. I find myself walking around a corner, and there's someone on a wall smoking a cigarette. And I guess that goes into, does everyone wear yoga pants? No, here that is not the case. You won't find this to be Sex in the City by no means. Someone, walking down the street with their Louboutins. You will find some what you call stylish people, and you will see some people in their, $3,000 suit, but that's more rare than not. I find myself to feel sometimes a little bit more overdressed than not. So it's basically pretty casual and down to earth here. Here you won't be able to, oh, I know who has money and who doesn't. No, and I like that though. You'll find people who wear a lot of North Face or Canada Goose. So Montclair, they dress for the weather and it's not a showy, from what I've experienced so far, it's not a showy city. Another thing people say about here is it super expensive? Or people automatically assume that living in Seattle is super expensive. When I say living in Seattle, I mean the suburbs, the outer parts of Seattle, as in the downtown area, including the nearest suburbs. I would say, yes, it's more expensive to live out here. It is the West Coast. The taxes out here are, you get taxed on things. The tax is 10%. So you buy furniture, you buy whatever, it's a 10% sales tax, which is quite a bit higher than some other places. But of course, you don't have a state tax either. I would say based on Ohio and places like that, you're looking to pay double for the same place. And depending upon if you want to be in the city, in the middle of everything, or if you want a nice view, that costs more. Amenities, I would say the further away you get from Seattle, the less it costs. But I find that I really love it here. It's great. I neglected to mention that what you're seeing right now is outside my window, and you can see how beautiful it is. It's just gorgeous here. And you look outside the window and you're just like, man, the sun rises up and you see the sun rising a bit. You see the sun setting. It's just a really pretty place to me. And I really like living here. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I do. I like living here. If you have any questions that I didn't answer in this post, please write them down in the comment section and I'll answer your questions. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and until our next conversation.